Listen to the 48 Hours podcast for shocking murder cases and compelling real-life dramas from one of television's most watched true crime shows. Go behind the scenes of each episode with award-winning CBS News correspondents and producers in Postmortem, a weekly deep dive. Listen to 48 Hours wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, this is Hailey, the face of Waco Girl Does. You're listening to No Waco. Welcome back to No Waco. I am your co-hostess with the co-mostest, Hailey, and I'm joined by a very special guest, Genetra.
Hi.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. My name is Genetra White. I am a Waco native. I'm a mom, wife, influencer, photographer, and most recently, author.
Very cool. So you said you've lived in Waco your entire life?
Yes, born and raised. I graduated from UT Austin.
Oh, very cool.
And lived in Dallas for a little while and then made my way back home.
So what brought you back to Waco then?
Mainly family.
Okay.
This is where all of my family still is, my parents, and so.
You just felt that kind of home pull there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it definitely helps when you're having kids and growing a family to have that support system.
Yeah, of course. And so you mentioned you're a mom. Tell me about a little bit about your kiddos.
So between my husband and I, we have 4 kiddos under 6. Well, we have 3 currently. We have one that's due in April.
Oh, exciting.
We have a very busy household.
Yeah, I can imagine. And so you kind of run the gambit as far as like what you're doing these days. You're a mom, you're an author, you just published your book. That's so exciting. You're an influencer. Tell me, take me through a day in your life doing all these things.
Okay. Actually, I do a lot, but my life is pretty balanced right now. It's a little relaxed, and then it gets a little hectic at times. I did open my photography studio about a year ago, and so I'm usually there about 2 days a week. I have a limited schedule for that because I still want to have time for my kids and other things.
Right, of course.
And so a usual day in my life is to get up, get the kids off to school, come back home with the little one. He's 2. If I'm going into the studio, I will usually go in during the day. I'm done in time to pick up our 2 girls from school. And then when I'm home in the evening, that's usually when I will get things done, either for the business or just personal things. My husband is a big help around the house and with the kids. And so we have a nice balance with that. Yeah.
That's super cool. So, with all of your outlets that you are, currently exploring, do you find it difficult to make time, or is that something that you have just laid those boundaries and you know exactly what you're doing at any point of the day?
It's definitely something that I have to be conscious about, especially being my own boss and doing things like trying to prioritize my social media, the influencer aspect, and brand deals and things like that. And then obviously growing my photography business, which is kind of my number one right now. And then now promoting my book. My husband works at a non-traditional schedule. And so a lot of the days that I have to get things done when he's home are not traditional days that people will get things done. We really don't have weekends in our house. Because he works, so I'm usually home with the kids on the weekends, so that kind of limits me. But we have a shared calendar. I'm very organized, detail-oriented.
Right.
I'm very much so a planner. He's not. But we have a joint calendar, and so that kind of helps keep me sane,
right.
Just itinerizing my day every day so that he knows what's going on so he can support me in those things, and just so that I always know what's coming.
That sounds like you guys have a pretty good push and pull, and I I have learned the importance of a calendar as I've kind of moved through adulthood. And yeah, like I think 2 years ago or so, I had a New Year's resolution to use a planner. And that has really changed my life. So I can definitely attest to that.
Yeah.
So you mentioned your book a couple of times. You recently published. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me a bit about that.
So my book is called Girl Do Your Thing. It's from single mom to super boss, and it just kind of tells the trajectory of my life over the last couple of years and my transformation from being starting out as a single mother and a public school teacher. I taught public school Spanish for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
And just transitioning into just kind of building and manifesting this life that I live now, that I love, with my husband, my family, being my own boss, running my photography studio and empowering women through that. And it's just kind of, I call it like my survival guide for women who either want to get out of their 9 to 5, or they want to find a love that works for them, or they just want to build a different life than what they're currently living. I talk a lot about my journey of being debt-free, and finances and saving money and things like that. And so it's just kind of, it's my first book, so I just wanted to make it like an all-around women guide for women, basically. And actually today, I just got the notification this morning that it was ready. My planner and budgeter that I created to accompany my book just launched this morning. So that's now available on Amazon as well.
We were talking about your book.
Yes.
And I don't want to share everything, of course, because we want people to buy your book. But is there one tip from your book that you would like to share with the listeners?
Oh goodness, there's a lot. So one of the main things that I talk about in my book is not letting our circumstances define us, and not letting a certain vision that other people have for what a single woman should do, what a married woman should do, what a mother should do, not letting those things define us. And so one of the chapters I talk about as a single mother and a teacher when I bought my first house, and a lot of the feedback that I got about that. I've always been kind of an overachiever, wanted, a lot more. And a lot of comments that I got when I was going through that process were, are you sure that you're going to be able to handle this type of investment as a single mom?
Right.
Do you think this is too much house for just you and your daughter? You don't want to wait for your husband to make this big purchase. What if you meet someone and he doesn't like it? And so I really had to silence those thoughts because at that time I had just reconciled with being a single mother, and I was like, this is my life and I want to live it to the fullest. Yeah. I'm not going to wait around on what ifs, or, when that time comes, then, we'll see where that goes. And so when I met my husband, since I already owned my home, we actually started our family in that home. And, fast forward to now, we've sold that home. We've bought our next dream home, and we're making new memories. But I'm just glad that I didn't let that negative feedback, even though people were well-intentioned in it, like they thought they were helping. I'm just glad that I didn't let that, define me or change what I wanted to do. And I see a lot of women that do that. And so I have a lot of friends that, I try to encourage them, they're single. And I'm like, girl, you can still, whatever you want, go out there and get it. Yeah. You don't need to wait on somebody to build what you want to build.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's got to feel so empowering for you just to put that story down to paper.
Yeah.
I mean, just like as a young married person, that's something that I've had to, like come to on my own, that I just needed to start living my life the way I want to right now. And, just because, I'm married, that doesn't mean that my life is over, especially getting married as young as I did. But, that was what we wanted to do. And we had to silence those thoughts. And I definitely love that little anecdote there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you are doing it all. You got a little one on the way. You've released a book. What more can you do in 2022?
Well, actually, this year I'm doing a campaign at my studio. It's called the 30 over 30 campaign.
Yeah.
And so I've been seeking out women anywhere between the age of 30 and 100. I would love to find, a 90-year-old woman to photograph as a part of this, and just sharing their stories. I think that women are so multifaceted, and a lot of women, we get so caught up in just the day-to-day and the rat race and the grind that we stop kind of seeing ourselves as who we are, or who, we're kind of like a shell of the person that we once were. Or, women become so consumed by their titles, mom, businesswoman, teacher, whatever that may be. And so as a part of the project, each woman gets a makeover in my studio a day fully for themselves. They get hair, makeup, pampered in the studio, a session. I have a closet full of beautiful client gowns that they get to step into, which is interesting because like even some women that I've had join this campaign are, bodybuilders or ranchers, and it's something that's so different from how they are day to day. And then they just get to see themselves as this powerful, bold woman. And so it's been really rewarding so far. We've done a couple sessions so far. I have several more scheduled out through the next couple of months, but it's just been really fulfilling to see just the reaction of a woman when she comes in for her photo reveal and she gets to see those images of herself for the first time. And just that the inner woman, that's being portrayed on camera.
Yeah, and that's actually how I found you. I don't know if I've ever told you that, but you came up on my Explore page, and it was just like one of your 30 over 30 campaigns, and I just remember just having my breath taken away. I love that you're like there's something so empowering, and I think that's just like a theme of this conversation, but just of what you bring to the table as an influencer is female empowerment. And I love that. I think it's definitely something that we need more of in the society, and especially for women over 30. I think that we hear a lot about like, oh, you got to do this before you're 30, you got to do whatever before you're 30, but like you have so much life to live. So I definitely think that's like a really cool project that you have going on. So I think that's all I have for you today. Let everyone know where you can find you and where they can order this book to change their life, hopefully.
Okay. My main social media is my Instagram, which is at Genetra, Genetra. And you can find me online anywhere under Genetra White. My photography website is genetrawhite.com. My book, Girl Do Your Thing, and the planner that just launched today are both available on Amazon. And I think that's it.
Very cool. And before I let you go, what is one thing that you would like Waco to know about Genetra?
One thing that I would like Waco to know about me is just that I moved back here, to put down my roots and raise my family. And so I really seek to be a positive part of this community and really do that through empowering women who are at different stages of life. Yeah.
I mean, and I think you're doing a great job. I love your content. Everyone make sure to go follow Genetra. And I hope that everyone has a great week.
Thank you.
This has been Hailey. I'm signing off. Tune in every Friday for all of the events and activities.
Now that you know Waco, just go. Go, Waco!